You're all set. Hello. Just gonna make sure it's on and it's working right, and then we'll start. Alright, looks good. Alright, first headline. Boy George to headline Decentraland Flamingo concert. He's getting ready to play host to 80s superstardom. Wow. They got Boy George, and of course, Boy George is doing his own NFT too. Why wouldn't he be? But hey, they got him to perform. He will put on a show for the ages. The event, the legendary Culture Club frontman will perform a number hit songs. What? Will perform a number hit songs. Okay, thought I was reading it wrong. While hopefully wearing an incredible hat. So yeah, and of course he's promoting his NFT project too. I didn't know Boy George did NFTs, but apparently he does. Art museums leverage NFT tech to bring masterpieces to the blockchain. 4 major Italian museums have partnered with a project which sees them showcase and sell NFT reproductions of masterpieces from the likes of Leonardo da Vinci. I want to say Leonardo DiCaprio, but yeah, he doesn't do art, I don't think. So they are reselling these, just reproductions. Each of the works will contain 9 NFT editions, all which will fall in the price range of $114,000 to $284,000. I am very curious to know if this will sell. That's a ridiculous amount of money for reproductions. But you do get a signed certificate of authenticity or authentication. However you say that word. Let's see. 50% of the net revenue will expect to help fund their art conservation program. So that's good. At least half the revenue is going to conserve art. The remaining 50% will be split equally between the museum and the company doing it, I guess. NFTs are seeing a $1 billion boom, and gig workers are cashing in. Fiverr? So, yeah. This person is earning $20,000 a month creating artwork for NFT collections. And he's 25, and he's a graphic designer from Bosnia. Dude, $20,000 a month. $20,000 in Bosnia? He's probably like a bajillionaire there. That is crazy. Off of Fiverr. Fiverr found that 64% of US-based freelancers using its website have now profited from selling NFT-related services, according to a new survey. So almost 50% of people using Fiverr for NFTs are making a profit. That is crazy. 278% surge between Q3 and Q4. Amount of workers on the platform listing gigs for NFT-related services. So everybody's just kind of jumping on the trend. The Fiverr trend. It's pretty crazy. It's a $27 billion industry. Okay, so the project we're going to look at today is House Game. Another game related NFT. So think Wolf Game. What was there? Whale Game, Gold Game, Fox Game. There's been a lot of these games. Those aren't really trending anymore. So curious to see if this one will take off or not. But we are going to do a deep dive on it today. There's their Twitter. They have 28,000 followers. So they're gonna do the cash $cash for deflationary mechanics in their game. They aren't doing the locked Discord like a lot of NFTs are. It's freely open on their Twitter there. Let's take a look at the founder. Here is the founder, Evandro Rodriguez. So I did kind of a deep dive on him because I think the founders are important, and he is the one programming this game. So he has a background in marketing and SEO. So we'll take a look at his website. He does have a resume. He is very young still. He just graduated high school 2 years ago. So, but since then, it looks like he's been putting a lot of time into programming and that kind of thing. So he says he's the co-founder of RBX Leaks, which is a thing for Roblox, basically, which leaks virtual items. And then he has Brick Plus. It's a Chrome extension, so I looked up that Chrome extension. It's right here. And then I just went down. I just wanted to make sure everything added up as far as he's the one who created it. Talent show. Oh, maybe I should have turned off Discord. But yeah, and it gave me this username who created that Chrome extension, and I did find House Game is on there, so it lines up with the same guy. So this is that guy's username. So it does match up. I just wanted to make sure he's the one who actually created this Brick Planet thing. So it's another thing for Roblox, it looks like. And then he has this basically marketing agency thing. And the one quick thing I did do on here is he put 3 different recommendations on his product, and I Googled this one to see if she would match up and have a website, and that looks like her too. So at least that matches. Like, it's not like a made up person they're helping. And if you wanted to go a step further, I mean, you can try to contact this person and go, hey, did you go through Alpha Marketing to do your marketing? And if they say no, then you know they just threw their name on there. But we'll just give them the benefit of the doubt that they're actually helping these people. I did try to see if I could find his picture or anything on here, and I couldn't. So it does look like a pretty generic, like, marketing website. But it does match the area, Greater Boston, Massachusetts. So there you go. But yeah, so he says he has a passion for programming. So that's good. I'd say that's going to be really big on this project, is how good the programming is for it. He has some experience, but he's still very young. He does have a website too. Here's that Roadblocks project. But where's... did I close it? I might have closed it already. But he also... I think it's this one. Does have a website. He says he's a full stack developer. JavaScript, Python, all your basic programming stuff. So he does put the roadblocks leaks on his website. So I did look on that website to see if I could see his name or anything on there, but it didn't really have very much info. Just links to their Twitter, Discord, but there's no like about or anything. But there you go. Says it's had 26 million page views, 2 million unique visitors, 40,000 registered users just for that Roblox site. So, kind of doing the background. I mean, he has some experience with Roblox, creating websites. So here is the website for the project, Play, Burn, Earn. It's a P2E real estate game. I mean, you could replace houses with anything. You could pick any theme like Wolf Game or whatever, all the other ones. So let's take a look at it. Actually, I don't want to look at the white paper yet. We'll look at the rest of the website first. So you can exchange cash for ETH using Uniswap. So this is how you can make ETH from this game. Flip houses and utility buildings on secondary marketplaces. So flip it on OpenSea. Climb a weekly leaderboard by burning cash with voluntary taxes. So that's new. I haven't seen that in other games. It might be from another game, but not one that I know of. So House Game is a P2E real estate NFT game or project, introduces novel mechanics, secure smart contracts, and community-driven expansions. So they do talk a lot about having the community help run this project. My big thing is the secure smart contracts. Like Wolf Game, like all of those games have gotten exploited because they just copy and pasted code from a previous project. I'm hoping that's not going to happen with this. But I didn't see anywhere on the website. I didn't look too much into the white paper or the documentation if they're going to be doing audits. If they are, I would like them to put that on their webpage because I didn't see it anywhere on their webpage. So, yeah, I would say you need a lot of audits to make sure your code doesn't have any exploits and stuff like that, because this game's going to be running off of the contract, and if the contract's messed up from the beginning, then they're going to have to like port it over to a new contract, and it's just a big hassle. So I would say a big thing on this is how good the coding is. He's 2 years out of high school. It did say he joined a software and engineering program, and he did that for 4 months. 500 hours of training. So he does have training, but obviously he's pretty new to the whole programming thing. So in House Game, there are a total of 14,000 houses and 700 utility buildings. Each house and utility building is randomly generated upon mint. So randomly generated properties yield cash when staked and pay a fee to staked utility buildings. So this is kind of like, I think it was called Gold Hunt Game. I did check that one out, and you had pirates and you had miners or something, and then the pirates would take from the miners. So it's kind of the same thing. The utilities will take from the houses. So basically the utility buildings will be worth more, like on the secondary market, because they can continually make profit off of the houses. So, yeah, properties yield cash when staked. I already said that. Players compete by developing their real estate portfolio and burning cash in an attempt to earn ETH through a reward system known as voluntary taxes. So that concept does seem new. As far as the other games, this is the different houses they're going to have. There's a utility building. It's going to yield 280 cash. Chance of mint is question mark. You got the tree house, gives you 12 whole cash yield. 25%, 14 trailer, cabin. It's just different rarities of how much cash it'll yield for you. And this one's 1%, the castle. 37. So there you go. There's that. So as far as the roadmap, they're launching the end of this month, hopefully, is what it's saying. They'll be able to mint directly from their website. They want to do a real estate expansion March 2022. So they're initially launching 7,000 houses out of the 14. And then they will do another 7,000. But these ones will be minted by using the cash that they get from the original 7,000 houses. The price. This is also a little interesting too. The price to mint houses with cash will be variable based on economy conditions. So that's some kind of like algorithm that will adjust prices. I'm curious to know how that's going to work. Homeowners will be able to upgrade interior and exterior features of the houses. This will allow houses to yield additional cash as well as pay less fees to utility buildings. So it's like an upgrade to your house. This will come at a cost of materials. This will come at a cost as materials will wear over time. So it's like a time limit thing. I'm not sure exactly on that. Requiring homeowners to pay for maintenance. So I guess over time they'll wear, and then you have to pay a fee And then sky's the limit. Basically, it's a community-driven project. They're presenting all future plans of the house game directly to community through community meetings. I'm not sure what that means. Is that AMA? Is that through Discord, Twitter? Who knows? So they do say it's a community-driven project a lot of times. So I'm curious to know how that's exactly going to work. It's a little vague. And then they say transparency and integrity at the core. Like so far, everything's checked out from his LinkedIn. I like that he did put a resume on there. He has his website. He has his marketing website on there. So that's good. That does speak for transparency. So 27,000 Twitter followers, 13,000 Discord. There's other members of the team. I didn't look into them. I just looked into the founder. So it'll be accessible play after launch via a play button. Players will have access to the game interface by clicking the button and connecting their wallet to the website. So the royalty fee they're charging, which I'm not a fan of, is 10%, which is a lot. So from secondary market transactions, so 10% fee. I believe that's the highest fee you can charge on OpenSea. Like, that seems like a lot. I get it that they're saying they're going to fund the game, but does it have to be 10%? 70% of the fee goes directly to filling the current week's reward pool. So that's that voluntary taxes thing. And then it'll say how it breaks down in the white paper or the documentation. And then the remainder goes to fund the development of house game as well as a marketing fund. So 30%, the rest of it, basically goes to the team. VOR Red. What does that even mean? When can I play? So you can basically play exactly like once this project launches. All features and mechanics listed in our white paper will be accessible and functional on the day of launch. How and when do I mint? So they haven't said the launch date yet, but they are going for the end of February, basically. And then there'll be a live mint button on the website. So I do like this. The cost of mint is only 0.07 ETH, which is good. It seems to kind of be the trend now. Everybody's doing 0.07. But 0.7 ETH per utility billing seems crazy. And I think if you're waitlisted, you can do one of each. And then I do not also like this. Dutch auctions, I don't think work very well. But they're doing a Dutch auction starting at 0.35 per house. Utility billings will only be minted in the waitlist. Okay. Prices will drop every 2 minutes until 0.07 floors are reached. Can't imagine anybody's going to pay 0.35. That seems way too high. So I don't like that. I don't like the Dutch auction thing. Other people are doing raffles now. I kind of like that idea where you can do like a public raffle so that bots don't just mint out everything. But yeah, we'll see. So the white paper kind of goes over some of the same stuff that's on the website already. But it's one of those things, like if this game doesn't really get very popular, it's just going to die out. Like how many different Wolf Game clones came out when Wolf Game was pretty successful and then just immediately died. And almost all of them had a problem in their contract, the exploit and all that had to be fixed, or they had to like transition to a new they had to basically fix the contract and relaunch it. So hopefully that doesn't happen with this. This isn't hopefully a copy and paste of those other projects. But yeah, let's see. Let's go over the reward system. So this is, they said weekly, basically you will have like the top 10 players will receive the ETH. And this is how it works. Hold on. Or is it top 300? Well, let's read it. The leaderboard of players who paid the most voluntary taxes. Every Sunday, it's 300. Top 300 will be rewarded ETH. The leaderboard will be reset, and players will have another chance to climb to the top. House Games reward system known as voluntary tax system. You can only pay voluntary tax with cash. You're essentially burning the cash and being rewarded for doing so. 7% of each secondary market transaction will be directed to the current week's reward pool. The reward pool is emptied on Sundays when winning players are rewarded. So they're just going to reward the top 300 people in the project. That is also interesting. I don't think any other game that came out did this, or if it did, I don't know about it. But I don't think this is exactly how Wolf Game worked. Like, I don't think they had a leaderboard. So this is different and interesting. So at least they have that. If the current week's reward pool is 200 ETH, the top 10 players will each receive 2 ETH each. The rest of the players will receive their share, and the pool will be emptied, and the leaderboard will be reset. So if you're in the top 10, you get 10% of the prize pool. 11 to 50, you get 20%. 51 to 150, but then you're spreading it out versus way more people, so you're gonna get a lot less. You get 30%, and then the end you get 40%. So yeah, I mean, it seems interesting. I think the biggest thing on this is I don't see anything about it saying like audits on their contracts or anything like that. The other thing I did notice that was kind of a concern was that they were trying to hire people. It was somewhere on their LinkedIn that they were looking to hire people, and that was 2 weeks ago. So hire people for like programming and stuff like that. Yeah, it's right here, which is a little concerning. I mean, 2 weeks ago, so like a month out, they're looking for 2D artists, Solidity developers, smart contract developers, web designers. So they're just getting people, I guess, to support them. But I mean, that's only a month before the project releases, so I don't know about that. But I mean, we'll see. So they did get some responses down here, so hopefully they hired some people. And my biggest thing is I want to see or hear or something about having their contracts audited. Like, I think that's a huge missing thing from their website. I don't see anything about their contracts being audited or anything. But we'll see. I mean, because if they're copying and pasting like the old code from Wolf Game, they're gonna have issues. So hopefully that's not the case. But this, I would say, would be a pretty risky bet if you're gonna play this game. You're assuming the founder knows what he's doing and that kind of thing. So I would definitely do some more research in the Discord. I'm hoping they do like an AMA or something like that before the release. And my biggest question would be just auditing the contract. And did they write the contract themselves, or are they just using like a copy paste one? But that's all I got for you guys today. See you in the next one.